It was a crisp March evening in 2025, and the CNN headquarters in New York buzzed with anticipation. Something big was about to unfold, and everyone in the building felt it. Lights flickered on, camera crews rushed to their positions, and whispers echoed through the backstage halls. The guest tonight? Melania Trump, the former First Lady known for her poise, her mystique, and most notably, her silence. But tonight, she wasn't here to be silent. She had agreed to an exclusive primetime interview, her first major appearance since Donald Trump's stunning return to the presidency. And across the table from her sat Donna Kessler, CNN's rising star, famous for her no-nonsense razor-sharp style. Kessler had made a name for herself by cornering conservative figures on live TV. This was her playground, and she believed she had already won the game before it began. But Melania wasn't here to play games. She had something to say. And she chose this stage, this host, and this moment. The set was modern and sleek, drenched in CNN red and glowing screens. The air felt heavy with tension as the studio audience took their seats, carefully selected, most of them progressive-leaning, all eager to witness what they assumed would be another public takedown. Social media was already buzzing. Melania versus CNN, live. Trended on X. Bets were placed. Memes preloaded. The show hadn't even started, and expectations were sky high. Then the lights dimmed. The music rolled. The red live icon flashed. Donna Kessler, perfectly poised in a navy blazer, leaned into the camera. Her voice dripped with faux warmth. Tonight, we welcome Melania Trump to the show. It's been a long time, hasn't it? She said, cocking her head. Some say you disappeared. Others say you've returned to play the loyal wife as your husband takes office again. So, which is it? A few audience members chuckled. The jab was subtle, but intentional. Melania didn't blink. She turned her head, her cream-white suit sharp under the studio lights. Her hands rested calmly in her lap, her back straight, her eyes focused. I didn't disappear, she said, her accent slicing through the room with unexpected calm. I stepped back. There's a difference. Knowing when to speak is power. The room fell quiet. A few gasps. One awkward laugh. Donna smiled tightly. This wasn't going how she planned. And just like that, the stage had shifted. The game Kessler thought she was playing had been flipped. Melania Trump wasn't just here to answer questions. She was here to deliver a message. The world was watching. And for the first time in years, Melania Trump wasn't silent. Donna Kessler adjusted her earpiece, her expression sharpening as the control room buzzed in her ear. Melania's calm had thrown her off balance. Still, she wasn't about to back down. Let's talk about your husband's administration, she said, her voice firmer. He's brought back Elon Musk, Kash Patel, Pam Bondi. Names that critics say represent chaos, cronyism, and controversy. Isn't this just a circus in suits? The audience murmured. A few heads turned. The jab wasn't subtle anymore. Melania didn't flinch. She crossed her legs, her hands still folded neatly. Then, with a calm that almost felt rehearsed, she replied. You call it a circus because they don't perform the way you want, she said. But maybe you're not the ringmaster you think you are. Elon sends rockets to space. Kash defended truth under fire. Pam fought for justice when others stayed silent. These are not clowns. They're doers. The crowd gasped, some with admiration, others with discomfort. Kessler blinked. She hadn't expected that kind of clarity, that punch wrapped in silk. Nice PR line, she shot back, clearly irritated. But let's be real. Your husband's first term was chaos. Legal scandals, civil unrest, constant division. And you were always in the background. What were you doing while the country burned? Melania leaned forward, her voice soft but icy. I was watching, listening, raising a child, supporting a man you love through storms the media created. I was surviving with grace. Can you say the same? A hush fell over the room. Donna's smile faltered. Trying to regain control, she quickly pivoted. People say you're all style and no substance, she said, voice sharper. You hosted garden tours while the nation suffered. You wore couture while families struggled. Why should anyone take you seriously now? Melania's eyes locked onto hers. No smile. No blink. Just focus. You think a dress defines a woman? She asked. I've stood in front of crowds booing my name. I've been called everything you can think of, and smiled. Not because I'm weak, but because I know who I am. You confuse silence with emptiness. That's your mistake. The audience erupted. Claps, whistles, even a few standing ovations. Donna gripped her notes, her fingers stiff. She was losing this battle. Live in front of millions. The control room crackled again. Regroup. Donna. Move on. She cleared her throat. Okay, she said. Let's shift gears. But Melania wasn't done. You ask about substance, she said. But everything around you is a performance. The lights, the scripts, the gotcha questions. You wear confidence like makeup. I wear mine like skin. And with that, the power dynamic fully shifted. The studio was no longer Donna's arena. It was Melania's stage now. Donna Kessler sat stiffly in her chair now, her fingers white from gripping her cue cards. Melania Trump had hijacked what was supposed to be a headline-making interrogation and turned it into a showcase of composure, clarity, and calculated truth. Desperate to regain momentum, Kessler reached for one final card in her deck. You've always been a mystery to the public, she said, leaning forward. You never truly addressed the controversies, the scandals, the accusations, your husband's tweets. Are you just here to clean up the image? Or are you finally ready to speak your mind? The audience leaned in. Even the cameraman steadied his shot. Melania looked at her for a long, quiet moment, then smiled. My mind has never been silent, she said, voice steady. People simply weren't listening. Kessler opened her mouth, but Melania kept going, her words deliberate. You see, when a woman is quiet, they assume she's weak. When she is elegant, they assume she's just decorative. But I have crossed oceans, learned languages, built a life under microscopes. I have survived the headlines, the judgment, the gossip, all while protecting a child and a country. If I've been silent, it's because noise doesn't always equal power. A hush fell over the studio again. Even the progressive-leaning audience couldn't hide their awe. But let's be honest, Melania added. You didn't bring me here to understand me. You brought me here to make me stumble, to craft a moment you could clip, post, and spin. Donna froze. This interview isn't about truth, Melania continued. It's about performance. Yours. She paused just long enough for the words to land. But I didn't come here to perform, she said. I came here to remind people that silence can be strength, that elegance is not emptiness, and that being underestimated is the most powerful position a woman can ever be in. Thunderous applause erupted. People in the audience who had crossed their arms now uncrossed them, clapping. Some stood. Others watched in stunned silence. Donna Kessler stared down at her notes, suddenly meaningless. Melania stood up calmly, smoothing the front of her suit. She looked to the crowd, then to the camera, her expression soft but unwavering. America doesn't need louder voices, she said, slowly. It needs wiser ones. With that, she turned and walked off the stage. No flinch, no hesitation. The red live light blinked out. In the control room, producers exhaled. On social media, #MelaniaSilencedCNN trended globally within minutes. Donna Kessler remained seated, blinking in disbelief. She had come prepared for a battle, but what she got was a masterclass in restraint. In a world where media battles are often fought with noise, anger, and spectacle, tonight we witnessed something different. A masterclass in restraint, elegance, and quiet power. Melania Trump didn't raise her voice. She didn't insult. And yet, with a few measured words and unwavering poise, she turned the spotlight away from confrontation and back onto character. Whether you support her or not, you have to admit, there's something profoundly powerful about a person who speaks only when it truly matters. This interview wasn't just about politics or media narratives. It was about identity, dignity, and what it means to be underestimated in a world that demands noise to believe in strength. So now we turn the question to you. What does strength look like in today's world? Is it in the volume of our voices or the depth of our silence? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Your perspective matters. And if this story moved you, challenged you, or simply made you think, we invite you to support this channel by liking the video, subscribing, and turning on notifications. We have so many more powerful stories to tell, and we want you to be part of the journey. See you in the next one.